Hello, everyone. Today, we're exploring Genesis 30, a chapter that shows how God works through complicated family dynamics to fulfill his promises. It's the story of Jacob's growing family, the rivalry between Leah and Rachel, and the beginnings of the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's dive in.
Rachel, still unable to conceive, becomes jealous of her sister Leah, who has already borne 4 sons. In her desperation, Rachel gives her servant Bilhah to Jacob as a wife, following the custom of the time. Bilhah bears 2 sons, Dan, whose name means he has vindicated, because Rachel says, God has vindicated me. He has listened to my plea and given me a son. Naphtali, whose name means my struggle, because Rachel says, I have had a great struggle with my sister, and I have won. These births reflect Rachel's longing for children and her ongoing rivalry with Leah. Not to be outdone, Leah gives her servant Zilpah to Jacob as a wife. Zilpah also bears 2 sons. Gad, whose name means good fortune, because Leah says, what good fortune? Asher, whose name means happy, because Leah says, how happy I am. The women will call me happy. Leah's actions show her determination to compete with Rachel for Jacob's affection and to secure her place in the family. Leah herself bears 2 more sons and a daughter, Issachar, whose name means reward, because Leah says, God has rewarded me for giving my servant to my husband. Zebulun, whose name means honor, because Leah says, God has presented me with a precious gift. This time my husband will treat me with honor. Dinah, Leah's only daughter, whose name means judgment or vindication. These births highlight Leah's continued fertility and her hope that Jacob will finally love and honor her. Finally, God remembers Rachel and opens her womb. She gives birth to a son and names him Joseph, which means may he add, saying, God has taken away my disgrace. May the Lord add to me another son. Joseph's birth brings Rachel great joy and hope for the future. This moment also sets the stage for Joseph's significant role in the later story of Israel. Meanwhile, Jacob's flocks continue to grow, thanks to a clever breeding strategy and God's blessing. Despite Laban's attempts to cheat him, Jacob becomes increasingly prosperous, setting the stage for his eventual departure from Haran. So, what can we learn from Genesis 30? First, God works through our struggles and rivalries to fulfill his promises. Second, his blessings often come in unexpected ways. Finally, this chapter reminds us that God's plans are greater than our circumstances. Let's trust him to work all things together for his purpose. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next story.